Greetings everyone, here's Ludwig and this is the game War in the Pacific Admit Edition. This is my play by email rematch against KilRoy. This is also still the scenario 1 but on the new map 27 beta. Yo. You just saw that I catched one empty base in Malaya. I think maybe one of the last bases in Malaya. Only Singapore is left, and still some sub-activity around Pearl Harbor. Most of time we have here busy activity, but nearly no effect. More or less, I keep it in KilRoy's destroyers busy, and my subs are well tangling around, not achieving much. But I achieved to keep destroyers busy. And at least I think in 41, 42, the allies, they don't have so many destroyers. So that is maybe still an advantage for me. Yeah, I really don't know how many destroyers the KilRoy keep here, but I think maybe a dozen. If I can keep with 4 or 5 submarines, 10, 20 destroyers busy, I think it's a good outcome. And so far, the equipment of the allies is not killing me. So later on, if I'm losing here maybe too fast, too many submarines, I must maybe call this off. So, no night Navy engagement or daytime, directly going to air war. Also, not much scouting these days. A lot of recon pictures in China and some successful bombardments. And I use really only army bombers for this kind of stuff. Navy bombers, I really to bombard land targets, this emergency special operation, whatever. If they don't, I would rather let them train skills like torpedo attack or search missions, something like this, and not waste them for ground attacks. It's not always a waste, but my preference is Navy bombers are ship hunters and search craft, and army bombers are primarily for land attack and secondary for ship hunters. I also train normally often my pilots on my army pilots, Navy or army bomber pilots. In secondary skill is normal is Navy attack. Because later on, army pilots can also use torpedo bombers. And land attack is the same like airfield attack. This is always the same skill. So I only teach them ground attack and Navy attack. The next would be normally Navy search, but I think this I don't need because I have always a special airplane or air wing for search operations, and the rest can go for strike missions. But this is all in the future. So early on in the war, most of the pilots have only one skill. Not even that. So some Hudsons, and I don't have any zeros more. Oh, kill one of my zeros on the ground. It's bad. I think I was just on relax mode, and because my pilot was maybe a little fatigued. there's still this allied sub and my local minesweeper. I mean, they have anti-submarine equipment, but it's the bare minimum. And they're also too slow. And I really never saw a local minesweeper attacking a submarine so far. Ah yeah, there's still some British combat unit, but I forced them now out of this hex, so the rail is now open. It's now blocking here this small road, but not really super important, but okay. Most important, the rail is open, so I can rail my tank units now to Johor Bahru and create my Singapore push. So this is in China. More or less only clean up, kick some Chinese. They jumping from this junk road back to the main base, but it's okay. I must go this way anyway. And I try to attack here with 2 divisions in the mixed brigade against this elite Chinese corps. And they have a morale break. I think they don't really break in combat power, but I have here too much attack power. The defender is more or less disrupted and have not enough morale, so he's breaking. So this elite corps is now nearly destroyed. At least this is out of combat. So the last day of the year, 31st, and the air war was light. Again, only ops losses, and I lost 2 zeros on the ground. Okay. And one of my pilots getting killed. Oh, ship sunk. There was nothing. He also no sinking sound, so no one lost anything. In China, I on the way to Wenzhou, so the Chinese elite corps is now destroyed. They fall back to Wenzhou, so KilRoy was using here this terrain to maybe slow me down. And I coming from the west from the east, and normally later I will. This is only a division, but this division will normally join this army group. Now I have already 2 divisions, so then I have later 3 combat divisions. The mixed brigade I know I have to keep here in Wenzhou later on because he is a garrison request of 80. At least at the beginning. Later on I can bring some Chinese police force here to take over. And the rest is my forces is on the way to cross the river to cut or take Yan'an then sooner or later. Here similar, my Mongolian army is trying to catch up. Nothing really too special. Yeah, my Canton army is also on the way to Kukong. Then normally take this base, cross the river, take this base, and then help here. So that I have maybe later the Guangdong army, the Shanghai army, the Yunnan army, the Xi'an army, and the Nanyang army, and the Mongolian army. So many smaller units fighting at different locations. I think maybe it's still better than have only 1 or 2 big punching bags. Good, crossing still the river, still on the Thailand side, not in Burma. In Malaya is now everything under Japanese control. They only holding these 2 hexes and 1 dot base. Rail is now open, so I can concentrate all my forces in Johor Bahru and prepare. And I take maybe 1 or 2 Thai forces and air power maybe to get rid of this British forces, but this is have no priority at all. Palmbang fall already, so I maybe wait for bringing here reinforcements and some base forces and air equipment, so that I have here air base, because with the Palmbang air base, there's no shipping more here out of Batavia. Every shipping will come in or out is easily intercepted. And I can also start an air war from Palmbang to Batavia, because it's only a range of 7, so a 0 can make normal flights. 7 is still normal distance for a 0, so I can make daily sweeps without any special fatigue for the pilots and airframe. Good. So this KilRoy tried to move out of the jungles to catch the base to have a better supply situation. And I move now all my forces direction of Batan and prepare to take Batan. Once Batan is cleared, I will maybe take on these units, because I don't want to walk in the jungle. This costs me too much time. I can better first take Batan, open the port of Manila, and at the same time maybe the Americans are out of jungle and back at the normal road or road connected. Then I can kill them much faster and more easily. And yeah, but to open Manila port is much more important for me. And last, no activity here around Rabul. I still bring in more equipment and build up the base and try to get here Navy bombers, long search missions, and all of this stuff. And later also fighters. And my carriers are also still on the way to return to Truk, refuel, rearm, and so it needs 1, 2 turns, 3 turns, 4 turns, 5 turns. So around the 7th of January, I will have here this assault on Port Moresby roughly. And also no information about any units, no allied units are inside, nothing. Good, thank you all. Yeah, maybe I can check here, this I can maybe check. So this is a ground unit, I had them more or less on, they was on a sweep missions to Rangoon, but the weather maybe was too bad, they don't fly. I see nothing, I hear nothing. Don't ask me why, or maybe they had simply no wish to fly. So I lost 2 more wings or airframes on the ground. So I have already 5 destroyed on the ground, but no pilot lost. So only airframes. That is okay. Thank you all. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.